EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go from Houston. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Stroud begins with a pass. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got the veteran, that's Robert Woods. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
On first down, it's Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
From the gun, here's Stroud. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Herbert going to throw on this first play. That one complete to Johnston. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. From the gun, it's Herbert. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Moving the tight end right. Herbert now on first down. To the right side and hauled in by McConkey. Here's a 2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And he'll take it on in. Quentin Johnston, touchdown Chargers.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Texans offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7 0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. A man acquired by trade in the offseason, it's Joe Mixon. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He's back to Schultz. He's got it again. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Looking downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. He is in. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Texans.
Well, you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here's Lad McConkey to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. He connects with Palmer on that one. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That is brought in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's a big one for the Chargers. 35 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
That is caught. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Herbert to the air again. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he's into the end zone. Justin Herbert, touchdown LA. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now, Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On second down, Stroud. He completes this one to Mechie. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And that is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And the Texans are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line. Stroud to throw. That one taken in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chargers offense going to take over just before the half. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now the free agent pickup from Baltimore. It's Gus Edwards. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. The Chargers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Throwing now is Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. Good recovery after the penalty. He's back within a couple of yards of that first down.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on 1st down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable 2nd down.
Pistol here for Herbert. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. The veteran Robert Woods goes back to return. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Texans offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
The motion man here is Woods. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. They needed 2 and gained 6.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. From the gun, here's Stroud. Checking it down, this one is caught. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. He'll find his big target, the tight end Stover. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You see Cade Stover there with the first down reception, and this is kind of a throwback, a tackle breaker, good in the run game, strong hands, good in play action. Mike, he had over 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns in his career, and I think the Texans think they have a young, versatile tight end that in this system can become a big part of their offense.
And he's down at the 3. What a run. It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tie game, fourth quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to first and goal. Let the fullback try to power it home. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. From a little closer, here's second and goal. They look to run with Mixon. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. He's got his big tight end, Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Texans. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Now, Herbert. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Herbert to throw on second down. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Open man is the tight end, Disley. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll drop to throw. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Herbert now on first down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Glad McConkey the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things...
That is caught. What a throw. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to get back at it. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. This is 1st and 10. Now Stroud. He airs this one out looking for Mechie. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. John Mechie was the intended target, and that will lead to a second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Stroud going to set up to throw. He's got a receiver. That's Woods. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Mixon, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here comes second down. Here's Mixon. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. So now it's Kaimi Fairbairn in a pressure situation. This to win the game. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. So now it's Kaimi Fairbairn in a pressure situation. This one he's gotta have. And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And this game, in all likelihood, is headed to overtime.
Man, that's just a tough one to swallow. You've got a chance to win the game right here at the end of regulation. But after that costly miss, they're going to see if they can pull this one out, but in overtime.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Here we go. One final play. He'll air it out down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. To the left side into the hands of Collins. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. He'll check this down to the running back. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone inside the 20. A huge play there in overtime. 45 yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. Catch made. That's Woods. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. Of course, they would have loved to finish this with a touchdown, of course. But this is the next best thing. You come out here in overtime, you get the early lead going up by 3, and now you put it on your defense. Can they come up with one stop to win this football game?
So the opening drive of overtime yields 3. Can the opponents respond? They receive the kickoff now. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Now a first throw here in overtime. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
11 yards on the connection there, and the Chargers have the first down. Shotgun now for Herbert. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Herbert to the air again. This one complete to Palmer. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
Here's Dobbins. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? They bring their tight end right. They'll give it to Dobbins. Whistles come in, and we have a timeout with 8 seconds remaining in overtime. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to extend the overtime. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This one he's gotta have. The kick is good. Under pressure, he delivers. And we continue on. Now it's next score wins here in overtime. So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Stroud to throw. He airs this one out looking for Mechie. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 13 yards on the catch there. It's good for a Texans first down.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
Stroud to throw here on first down. And that one incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A second down throw for Stroud. This pass deflected and caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
On first down, it's Stroud. And he's got Woods. It's complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
So it's a win here for the Texans. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say, so long from Houston.